what could possibly go wrong with this Facebook IPO? Well, Shira Ovide joins us now from San Francisco, where she's with the Wall Street Journal Bureau, to tell us what she thinks could go wrong. She has some great ideas. Shira, thanks for being there. We liked you here, and then you ran away, but we found you, and that's nice.
Yeah.
So tell us, somebody could eat their lunch. Tell us how that works.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook, when they filed their IPO document yesterday, they had pages and pages and pages of risk factors, like essentially Facebook's explanation of what could derail or slow down the Facebook train. And there's a long list, right?
So,
it's everything from China to employees getting too rich.
Stop that. One of the things that you said, there were pages and pages and pages and pages of these documents, and so many people wanted these pages and pages and pages and pages of documents that the SEC website, the Securities Exchange Commission website where the documents were filed, slowed to a crawl. Fancy that.
This is pretty, I mean, it's pretty remarkable. We're not talking about a Maroon 5 video on YouTube, right? We're talking about the SEC website. But apparently there were so many people who had Facebook fever, didn't take their antibiotics for Facebook fever, and so were frantically clicking on the SEC website to have a look at Facebook.
And some people couldn't get access to it, but you did, and you now know what's in there. So tell
us
more.
It all.
Oh, fun for you. Tell us some more of these risk factors so other people don't have that exhilarating experience for themselves.
Right. So one of the risk factors is the growth rate for Facebook users. We learned yesterday that Facebook has something like 145 million monthly active users. That's, basically at this point almost everyone who has a computer in the world, has internet access in the world. And Facebook warned that, look, we don't know how much faster this rate can grow. We're pretty penetrated in a lot of the world's big markets. And you may remember there are some other social networking websites, including MySpace and Friendster, that grew like weeds in the beginning and then basically crashed down to earth, and Facebook could be the next one, it said.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this relates to trust, doesn't it? Because the products on Facebook are us, the users, and if we don't trust it, we can sort of all walk away. And in many ways, the assets sort of walk out the door could walk out the door at any moment. That's what you're saying, right?
Absolutely right. But it's also about growth, right? That Facebook, as any tech company would tell you, they have to keep growing their revenue quickly to maintain this $100 billion valuation potentially. And if there are fewer and fewer users to sign up to Facebook accounts out there in the world, then that may mean the growth rate may slow.
And what about corporate culture? Things happen to companies when they get in the public eye, and I don't mean in the public eye in the way that Facebook's been in the public eye. I mean under investor scrutiny. What could derail things there?
Right. Well, Facebook made it clear, if you read Mark Zuckerberg's kind of 2,000-word letter in the IPO filing, he makes it clear that Facebook was set up for users first and not as a business. He even said, Facebook was not created as a business. And Facebook says in their IPO filing, look, what our corporate culture is this way. We're not going to change just because we're becoming a public company. And that may mean if you're a public company investor, we may prioritize our users and Facebook as a company over the short-term needs of investors. So that means, no managing earnings expectations, things like that. And that's a potential risk for those people who will buy Facebook stock.
So two things to that. One is a 2,000-word letter is way too long for anyone to be writing. So
it's a
Mark,
good read. It's a good read.
Well, I know. Yeah, maybe it's a quick read, but it's still too long. So Mark, shorten them up. Second thing, it sounds awfully naive to think that he's going to be able to sort of say, oh, give us all your money, and by the way, we'll just continue doing what we want to do. That's very nice, and it's $5 billion.
Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, we had the same kinds of language from Google when they filed to go public in 2004, and Groupon and Zynga more recently, that they made these points that, look, we're unique and we like it that way, I think was the Groupon CEO's motto about his company, and Facebook kind of echoed those words. And again, that means that they may not play to